Would you say that you're someone who struggles with being a people pleaser? Like you consistently put the needs and the desires of other people before your own? If you're not sure, let me help you. Do you have difficulty saying no to other people? Do you agree to do things that you really don't want to do? Do you feel guilty when you say no to others? Do you worry about feeling rejected? And do you have a strong desire to be needed by other people? If you answer yes to any of those questions, well, let me help you because you are probably struggling with people-pleasing behaviors. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to stop being a people pleaser starting right now. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Keandra Jackson Show. I am your host, licensed marriage and family therapist, Keandra Jackson. Now, this video and this topic is a long time coming. You guys have been requesting this for a while now, and I decided to bring it to you today because I wanted to give you guys 7 strategies on how you can stop people-pleasing behavior and learn how to take care of yourself. So we're going to get started with this because there's a lot to cover here. And before we do, I need for you to put in the comments. I need for you to be honest with me. Be honest. There's going to be accountability here. Put in the comment section, do you struggle with people-pleasing behaviors? Are you a people pleaser? And if so, if you know why, I want you to put it in the comment section too. Not only are we going to be honest here, but we're going to hold each other accountable in a positive way. So the first thing that you need to do in order to stop being a people pleaser is to set strong boundaries and communicate those things with others. Now, this is where a lot of y'all get messed up at. Setting boundaries isn't the issue. It's you guys keeping them firmly that is the problem. Unfortunately, you'll set the boundary, but then you'll go back and you'll say, okay, I'll do it, no problem. Or you will literally allow yourself to be stretched so thin and still adding things onto your plate just because you know that other people are going to be expecting that from you because that's what you always do. So I need for you to define what you're comfortable with and communicate those things to other people. Because what this is initially is a communication issue. Practice by saying no. N-O, spells no. I can't do that right now. I don't have the capacity. I'm going to have to pass on that. Unfortunately, I thought that I was able to do that previously, but I'm not able to do that right now. These are all different ways for you to get comfortable with saying the word no in a different way and not just a flat out, no, I ain't doing it. Because essentially, once you say no, you are protecting your time, your energy, your space. But that's also going to be helpful to them, even though they may not realize it. And before we move on to number 2, this will keep you from having resentment towards them. Yeah, I talked about it. And also burnout too. The second way to stop being a people pleaser is to check in with yourself before saying yes. What I'm supposed to be doing or what was inquired of me to do, does this align with my values, my wants, my needs, my goals, and even my capacity in this moment? If the answer to any of those things is no, then guess what? You can't do that, or you should not do the thing. Because I want you to think about the flip side of this. Think about how and reflect on, if we're being honest, about how your yes is going to pull you away and to take all of your time and energy from other things that you're supposed to be doing to put on to something that you don't even want to do probably in the first place. So at that point, you need to make a choice that's going to be beneficial for you and you alone. And I understand that that might feel a little selfish to some people. They're like, no, I don't want to do that. But sometimes choosing ourselves is helping other people. The third way to stop being a people pleaser is to challenge the fear of disapproval. Now, we know that many people who struggle with people pleasing behaviors, they're saying no actually causes some real conflict with other people, or it causes some rejection or some resentment to pop up. Now, when you tell somebody, no, I can't do that, I don't have the time, I don't have the capacity, I don't feel like it, or whatever the case may be, the other person may not respond in a positive way if we're being honest. Sometimes it might just go over well, but other times it might cause conflict, argument, disagreement, breaks, and issues in the relationship where you're not speaking to someone for a while. Those are very real things that could potentially happen. And because it feels uncomfortable to you, you would rather just say yes to the thing than to actually engage in some type of negative interaction. But let's be real and reel it back in too. I don't want you to catastrophize and think, well, if I say no, then the world is going to end and it's all the way to the extreme. And it's like, you don't know that to be the case. So avoid making assumptions about the worst and remind yourself that healthy relationships have boundaries and boundaries go both ways. The fourth way to stop people pleasing is to learn to tolerate discomfort and guilt. Like we already mentioned, breaking free from people-pleasing behavior can be uncomfortable and also can cause some conflict at times. You have to be okay with the discomfort that comes with that conversation, the discomfort that comes with the no, the discomfort that comes with the not right now. And this is especially true if you are someone who typically avoids confrontation and avoids conflict altogether outside of being a people pleaser. So now you got I'm avoiding conflict, I'm avoiding confrontation, and I'm people pleasing on top of each other, right? So now things are compounding. So there's multiple issues here. It isn't just one or the other. So when you sit with that guilt, when you sit with that discomfort, when you sit with that confrontation a little bit, it just reminds you of the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing your own needs as well. Yeah, it may not feel good in the moment, but again, it's like that muscle that I always talk about. The more you do a thing, the more you do it consistently, the better you get at it. So I don't want you to engage in these tips that we're experiencing today one time and it doesn't work or it feels uncomfortable and then you give up. Keep going, sis. Keep going, bro, because it will get better if you don't give up. And before we move on to the next one, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Doing those simple things helps me to create content like this for you guys every single week. So let's get into number 5. So the fifth way to avoid people-pleasing behavior is to practice assertive communication. Now, we have talked about this a lot on my channel. If you are new here, hey, welcome. But if you are a returning subscriber, you've probably heard me talk about these things before, but I want you guys to get good with using I statements. I want you to say, I feel, I think, I need, I am not going to, I fill in the blank instead of you. Okay. I'm gonna be serious. But those I statements versus you statements are a powerful communication tool and tactic that you can use with anybody. And I'm talking about romantic relationships and platonic ones with family, friends, and coworkers too. So practicing those I statements in a respectful manner, in a calm manner, in a confident manner is going to build that muscle. So when people do engage with you and they're reflecting, not even reflecting, and they're pulling from you and wanting you to do more than what you're capable of doing in this moment, is going to require you to get that skill set up and say, you know what, I feel like every time, I think, I know, I would like, and that is going to have a positive effect over time, because essentially if you keep those boundaries, if you keep up this assertive communication, you're teaching people how to treat you, right? So sometimes we have to reteach people how to engage with us. And it ain't always gonna be easy, and it doesn't always happen overnight, but it does require some work and some effort on both parties. So don't give up if things don't work, but also practice those I statements. The sixth way to avoid being a people pleaser is to focus on quality over quantity in relationships. And again, this goes for family, friends, coworkers, whoever wants things from you. It's important for you to understand that you should not try to wear yourself super thin. If you have very high quality relationships, and it's only a few of those are so much better than spreading yourself thin between hundreds of people and you're only giving them a little teeny tiny piece of yourself. Understanding that quality is more important will help you as you get older, and you realize too that the relationships where there's reciprocity, a give and a take, not just you giving, and they taking. That's not what a healthy relationship does. You should give, you should receive as well. And last but not least, number 7, the 7th way to stop being a people pleaser is to seek additional support. And I'm saying from a therapist or from a coach. Now listen, as a licensed therapist myself, I have seen people try to navigate and work through people pleasing. And it's possible, it can be done. But what I will tell you is that when they have the support of a professional, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who can walk you through this process, you can get through this a lot seamlessly and easier. And it's not going to take as long as if you did it on your own. So don't be afraid to reach out to a licensed therapist, to a coach, to someone who can help you on this journey and say, hey, I've been dealing with this for a long time. I've been dealing with this since childhood, or extra demands have been put on me as an adult and I just can't do it, but I feel guilt and sadness about that. Can you help me navigate what this is supposed to look like? And if they are a real deal, Holyfield, if they know what they're doing, they'll be able to help you navigate through that process as easy as possible. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying they will help you navigate through the process as easy as possible. If you're doing it on your own, you don't have that level of support, that level of insight, or even if you're speaking to someone that you know about it, it's not objective. They know you. It's subjective. They feel in a type of way, right? Versus a licensed professional or some other person who can help you, who doesn't know your full story, but is going to give it to you as is and help you make informed decisions and process some of that guilt, that resentment, that discomfort that majority of us feel when we do have to make those strong decisions by saying no to others. So thank you so much for watching another episode of The Keandra Jackson Show. I hope something I said in this video was helpful to you. I really want you to take the opportunity to share this with someone because, honey, if you are dealing with this, think about all of the other people in the world or in your life or in your circle who is dealing with this too, whether they state it or not. So there is hope here that things can get better and that you will move away from people-pleasing behavior and get to a place where you can say no with ease. So thank you so much for watching another episode, and I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye.